Good morning, everyone. My name is Pedro Carrascal. I'm the president of EMSP, European Multiple Sclerosis Platform, and I want to welcome all you on behalf of EMSP. We are honored to host this event on MS Care in a Changing World with the MS Nurse Pro. Probably you know MS Nurse Pro is one of the EMSP flagship projects. People with MS really value the relationship with nurses. They are key in improving quality of life, and training for nurses in understanding MS is critical issue. EMSP started MS Nurse Pro as a result of this, and we work in partnership in this project with the people with MS, nurses, national MS nurses, RIMS that are professionals working in MS, and the International Organization of MS Nurses. This last year, as all we know, has been unprecedented, has been very challenged because of the pandemic and has challenged also our societies, our health and care systems. We like to particularly thank the actors of the healthcare and the health, and social care system, and of course also the MS societies that have been frontline keepers in the well-being. Last year was also the year of nurses. We are happy to continue celebrating that and keeping the spotlight of those inspiring men and women that have been there alone to support the people affected by MS. Please let me introduce you to Winslow, the former chair of the MS Nurse Pro project and the former president of EMSP. And you have been involved in the MS Nurse Pro since its very beginning, 10 years ago, when the EMSP looked at the 16 disparities in MS care for people with MS and found the lack of minimum standards for nursing in many countries. Please tell us more about this journey.
Good morning, Pedro, and good morning, everybody. Well, indeed, it is wonderful that EMSP and nurses and professionals work together to help people with MS manage their MS and hopefully best beat it and have a good quality of life. To be honest, for MS Nurse Pro, it's a major milestone to have reached this point and to be involved in this conference. People living with MS, as you know, Pedro, constantly tell us that the nurse is one of the most important people in their lives and in their MS care. Yes, indeed, the journey of MS Nurse Pro started 10 years ago with the publication of MS Need. So you might say, what was MS Need? It was a study that focused on nursing in Europe. What was it like in Europe 10 years ago? And as you mentioned, it found a lot of disparities and inconsistencies in the nursing and support for people living with MS. So I guess MS Nurse was formed, which consisted of a group of experts, particularly with nurses and people living with MS, seeking their advice and putting together 6 online courses that are free to access, that are accredited and that are kept up to date and offered now in 12 different languages. So at this point, it's got an incredible reach to several countries and to several nurses and other health professionals, indeed, supporting people living with MS. The objectives of the courses on MS Nurse Pro is to train nurses and carers, and indeed to involve other health professionals and people living with MS, and to adhere to harmonised standards of care. Anyway, more about that later. Today, I'm pleased to say that over 7,000 nurses form an online register on MS Nurse Pro. Today, we are launching formally this program online, a new online digital platform. In this program, we have many partners that we couldn't have achieved what's going on. So EMSP in particular works closely on the program with Rehabilitation in MS, which is the community of professionals in MS, and indeed the International Organization of MS Nursing. This group has been consistently involved over the last 10 years. Also, the European Association of Neurological Nursing are involved in the program. But most importantly, our national MS societies, national organisations of people with MS, are promoting and very proactive in the programme. They play a key role in advocating for the programme and in seeing that it's implemented in their own country. Without their enthusiastic support and commitment, and the commitment of our financial sponsors, MS Nurse Pro wouldn't have got to where it is today. So this year we're celebrating the 10th anniversary of MS Nurse Pro. And it's with pleasure and on behalf of MS Nurse Pro that we formally launch a new digital platform offering the 6 online courses. And we formally launch an online community where colleagues can find each other. And here you can submit questions and can engage in topical discussions. So here you are, you're seeing how much a role nurses play with working with people with MS and being there and supporting them. And in particular, the various professionals that are involved in the person's life. So it's vital that they have a good understanding and knowledge of what it's like to live with MS. And indeed, the most important person in all of this is the advice and expertise that the person with MS themselves brings to the programme. So an online community will ensure that people are interactive with each other, and this will be growing and developing in the coming years. So indeed, as such, this conference in summary marks the start of MS Nurse Pro as an active, interactive community of nurses and colleagues. And we're all striving for improved standards and care and a harmonisation of the supports that people receive from their nurses. So regardless of where you live across Europe, you can be guaranteed over time to receive the best support and care possible. Together, our members, supporters and funders, MS Nurse Pro looks forward and welcomes to more nurses and carers into this community in the years to come. And I totally believe that as a community, EMSP, RIMS, International Organisation of MS Nurses, our partners in the national MS societies, and with you, people living with MS, and all your loved ones, we are making a difference and we will continue to make a difference. So I wish you and everyone a very productive conference. Thank you, Pedro.
Thank you very much, Anne, for the introduction. Before moving forward, I want to give you some housekeeping tips. Remind about the conference hashtag is EMSP Virtual 2021 for social media interaction. And also I want to remind you that during the event in the online platform, you can interact with the speakers in the chat option. Please use the networking opportunities by contacting other participants, private message, one-to-one meeting options, informal meet and greet sessions. And you can also visit the posters and exhibition hall. There will be videos of the presentation available on the platform for the registered participants, and you are also invited to join the 1 Million Steps campaign. I want also to introduce Andres Martinez Ricci, the graphic facilitator for digital live scribing, that he will be with us during the 3 days. And finally, I am pleased to introduce you the 2 key people that will lead us during these upcoming 3 days. Amy Perrin-Ross, past president of International Organization of MS Nurses, will be joining us as the co-moderator of the conference. Amy has professional expertise and knowledge on life with multiple sclerosis as an MS nurse. We are delighted to have her moderating this exciting program. And also Baron Charles van der Straten-Violet, president of the Belgian National MS Society, will also co-moderate this conference. Amy, the floor is yours.
So much, Pedro. We are going to start off this morning by welcoming everyone, and especially I welcome my co-moderator, Charles. We're going to start off this morning with a poll to get you used to figuring out how to use the poll. So the first poll question is, what country are you connecting from? and we should have the poll out momentarily. So our first question, which may require some thought, is which country are you connecting from? Okay, so the second question for the poll is, what are your main expectations from this conference? And you can choose between a number of options. The first one is learning. The second is connecting with my peers. The third option is networking and meeting new people. And there will certainly be many networking opportunities over the next 3 days at breaks and lunch and at various different networking sessions. The fourth option is to gain useful information on MS. And finally, the fifth option is I want to connect with other people with MS. So I can see that from our poll, the first question, we have 42% of you connecting from Belgium and 17% of you connecting from the United Kingdom, 8% from Romania. We have some from Canada, as well as Croatia, some from Cyprus and the Czech Republic, Denmark, France, Germany, Finland, Egypt, and it looks like we have a very good representation of people from all over Europe. So at this point, I would like to move ahead with our first session. And our first session is the benefits of a strong relationship. And the objective of this session is to set the scene on the value of a strong partnership within the relationship and the impact on the care. We have two speakers for this session, Dana Nahal and Stephanie Ma. Stephanie is a specialist occupational therapist with over 20 years of experience working with people with MS in England. She has completed research into the diagnosis of MS and the impact of guidance, and has interests in fatigue and spasticity management, as well as psychological well-being. Dana Nahal was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis at age 17. Dana is using her 16 years of experience living with the condition to promote change and a more progressive approach towards disability and chronic illness. Dana is a speaker, a patient advocate, and a blogger. Dana is also reaching out to young people with MS and those from underrepresented communities. She is courageously addressing the stigma, judgment, and misconceptions surrounding disability and chronic illness within these communities. And she does this through providing education. As well as all of this, she is a member of the EMSP's Young People's Network. So we will move to our next set of poll questions. And the first poll question for this session is, if you are a person with MS, which health or societal care professional are you most in contact with? And the options are nurse, neurologist, psychologist, social worker, or general practitioner. Give you a moment or two to answer those questions. And it looks like so far, 100% of you have responded the MS nurse. So question 2 for the poll is, which values should underpin the relationship between the nurse and the person with MS? And you could choose multiple options: trust and authenticity, support, respect, compassion and empathy, and positivity and reassurance. We're still getting responses on our poll. Trust and authenticity, support, respect, compassion and empathy, and positivity and reassurance are your options. So it looks like trust and authenticity is about 24%, support is about 28%, respect 14%, compassion and empathy 17%, and positivity and reassurance is also 17%. So with that, as I have introduced our two speakers, I have questions for our speakers. And the first is, how do you build a strong relationship with your nurse? And perhaps we could have Donna start us off with a response to this question.